It's the Cox 3 Sports Game of the Week. It's college volleyball action as the #1 Pepperdine Waves take on the #2 UC Irvine Anteaters from the Brent Event Center in Irvine, California. Good evening and welcome to the Dewey's TV and Appliance pregame show along with Paula Weishoff. I'm Mark Keller. Well, a key Mountain Pacific Sports Federation matchup as the end of the season draws near. #1 Pepperdine and #2 UCI. Let's take a look at the conference standings. A win tonight and the Waves win the regular season. A win tonight by the Anteaters, and we have a tie with 2 matches to play. Northridge, Stanford, USC, and BYU have clinched spots 3 through 6. Long Beach State, UCLA, and UC San Diego are battling for those final 2 spots, followed by the Gauchos, Hawaii, and the University of Pacific. Well, Paula, you know, at the beginning of the year, a lot of people expected big things from Pepperdine because a year ago they made it to the national title game. But UCI, they were only picked 5th in their league and lower nationally, and they've kind of surprised a lot of people, haven't they?
You know, when I got hired in December and I came in and I was talking to John and he said, we're just going to be okay this year. And I started laughing at him. I go, yeah, right. So they started off the season. I think they surprised a lot of people, and they have a chance now to be #1 in the nation. So he must be doing something right.
Yep, with a record of 21-4. Meanwhile, Pepperdine at 19-2, and I think the reason why the Waves have gotten so much better, a year ago they really didn't have much in the way of middle blocking, but this year, led by Rodney Santos, they're a whole lot better in that category, aren't they?
I am excited to watch them play tonight. I haven't seen the Waves all season. We've been out recruiting and been a little bit busy, so I'm excited to see what they bring to the table.
Let's talk about the players to watch for this match tonight. First, for the Pepperdine Waves, they are led by their All-American Paul Carroll. 6'9" senior, the Aussie from down under, 6.5 kills per game. But the thing that I'm so impressed about, he also leads the team in digs, and that's very unusual for an outside hitter.
You know, the outside's got to do it all. They have to pass, they have to serve, they have to hit, block, so it's pretty impressive. That's their job, though. They're the ball control guys.
And meanwhile, for the Anteaters, we're going to be zoning in on one of their 5 graduating seniors, Taylor Wilson. Out of Capo Valley High School, 2.88 kills per game. They're going to need a pretty big night from him if they're going to pull off the victory.
You know, Taylor, I see him. He works hard. He comes in. He does extra in the gym. This guy's ready to go, so we'll see what he has tonight.
Okay, when we return, it's #1 Pepperdine, #2 UC Irvine. Kick it back and enjoy. It's men's volleyball action at its best, and you're watching it right here on the Cox 3 Sports Game of the Week. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm Angie Harmon. Children's Institute was founded on the principle that every child deserves a chance to escape the dark isolation that surrounds abuse and break the cycle of violence and fear that ensnares them. CII gives kids a safe place, a sanctuary where treatment takes the place of trauma, where a hot meal fills an aching stomach, and a warm hand heals an aching heart. Through counseling, education, family therapy, and community involvement, we reconnect the ties that bind families together. For many kids, Children's Institute is the first taste of stability in their lives. Our programs are vital to the most vulnerable among us, and they are made possible in large part by the generosity of the people of the Los Angeles community and beyond. We do whatever it takes. We are Children's Institute.
To find out how you can help, visit us at children'sinstitute.org.
I'm Angie Harmon, and thanks for being there when we need you.
It's the Cox 3 Sports Game of the Week. College volleyball, #1 Pepperdine, #2 UC Irvine from the Brent Event Center in Irvine, California. And let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the Pepperdine Waves, led by the legendary coach Dr. Marv Dunphy, Casey Kreider, Tyler James, and Rodney Santos, along with Corey Ricks, Matt McKee, and Paul Carroll, who we spoke about on the pregame show. There is Marv Dunphy. He enters tonight's match with a career record of 488 victories against just 186 defeats, and he has led them to 4 of their 5 national championships. Meanwhile, for UC Irvine, led by John Sparrow, Ryan Ammerman, Dustin Diamore, and Kevin Wynn, along with Taylor Wilson, Jordan Dufault, and Carson Clark. Well, John Speraw in his 7th year as the head honcho here at UC Irvine with a career record of 133 and 73 and led the Anteaters to their lone national championship in 2007. And it seems like since John took over this program, he's really kept the outstanding local volleyball player in Southern California coming to the UCI campus.
I think in the men's game, especially in their conference, they gotta get the best California kid because you have Pepperdine, you have Long Beach State, you have a lot of good programs here at UCLA. So if not UCI, why not?
Your officials for tonight, Kim Pickering and Larry Schwartz. Your referees, Stephanie Cruz and Dan Willis, will be making the calls along the line. The biggest home crowd entering tonight, a little over 2,400 in their recent win against USC. Tonight might be more than that. What do you think, Paula?
Well, it seems to keep getting bigger and bigger every match. So hopefully by the end of the season, they'll have their best crowd.
Yep, and the Anteaters in that victory against USC won it in 4 games, 30-15, 22-30, 30-25, and 30-24. We should mention the college game. It's the first to 30, and you have to win by 2. And then when they go to that 5th game, is it the first to 20?
No, first to 15. So
first to 15 if it goes 5 sets. And the UCI in 3-set matches has a record of 9-1. In 4-set matches, 8-3. And if it goes the distance 5 sets, they're a perfect 4-0 this year.
Well, hopefully we'll go 5 and get a great match.
Meanwhile, Pepperdine in 3-set matches, they are 10-0 if it goes 4-4-1, and if it goes 5-5-1. Now, when these teams met back on February the 20th, the Anteaters came into that match red hot. They had won 8 in a row, yet they lost that one in 4 matches, but they bounced back and then won their next 7. So if you go over that time period, they won 15-1 over a 16-match time period. Can't play much better than that.
That's pretty impressive. Hard to do, especially with midterms in there, sustaining that over break. I think that's pretty impressive.
Now, of course, the key thing for UCI is going to be to slow down Paul Carroll, number 12, their 6'9" senior. He had a career-high tie with 37 kills and hit .469. What are they going to try and do to try and slow down the All-American?
I don't know what they're going to try and do. They probably need to get some touches, dig some balls, get some out of system swings. I'm very, very excited to watch Yu Sung-min play. I've never seen him play. So.
You know, talking to John Speraw before the match, he said, Mark, he says, I may have as many as 3 blockers at him because he hits so hard, finds so many angles, and hits the ball in so many different spots. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do. This match is underway. And it will be UC Irvine serving. They're in their home gray with blue and Pepperdine in their road blue with orange. And this match is underway. UCI and Pepperdine 1 against 2. And opening up a young man we haven't spoken about, Matt McKee, wears number 6. He's their number 2 kill leader. And if Carroll doesn't get going, you got to watch out for McKee. Taking a look on the real-time sight and sound replay. 1-0 Pepperdine leads. UCI, though, comes right back with Kevin Wynn. We're all tied at 1, and he hits with high efficiency, does Kevin, hitting at a .480 clip.
That was a great quick set. He got up, he hit before the blockers had a chance to get up.
And here we go at 1 apiece early on. The fake to Santos. Carroll with the completed kill. And just like he did the other night against UCLA, he opens up with a point for the Waves. Let's take a look on the real-time sight and sound replay. He just finds the gap, and there's nothing the Anteaters can do about it. UCI on the attack. Ammerman beautifully sets up the youngster Austin Diamore, the 6'5" freshman from Laguna Hills. And we're all tied at 2. And up to serve will be Carson Clark, the 6'5" redshirt freshman out of Santa Barbara, the same high school that produced the king of the beach, Karchkarai. Nice job off the front line. They go to the back line. Good dig to keep alive. And here come the Waves on offense. Beautiful job on the front line, led by Ryan Ammerman. The 6'5" setter doing the job on the front line. Let's take a look on the real-time sight and sound replay, Paula.
There we go, triple block. They said they were going to do that. There they are, starting off the match.
Clark
Big
to
block.
serve. That's a wicked serve and a nice dig by Carroll to keep it alive. They go to McKee. Good job on the front line by the Anteaters, who take a 4-2 lead, and UCI looking sharp early on.
You know, John is one of the best blocking coaches in the men's game, and you can see it at the start of this match. They're all over the waves.
And his assistants, David Niffen and Mark Prescio. And Niffen was the setter back in 2002-2003 for UCI under John Sparrow.
You know, funny tidbit, John was actually my first assistant at Concordia University 5 years ago.
Really?
Yep. Came in, helped me out when I first got the job, so.
Well, good thing to know. And the score now 4-3. McKee to serve for Pepperdine. Here comes UCI on the attack from the back row. But that one, unfortunately, goes long by Clark, and we're now all tied at 4. Let's take a look on the real-time sight and sound replay. Had a good look, but just a little long. Little miss hit there and miscommunication by UCI, and the Waves take a 5-4 lead, and you hate to see those unforced errors.
Looks like they're trying to set their middle a little bit here to get the Pepperdine block to stay in, so we'll see if they keep going to it.
McKee continues to serve. Good job to keep alive by the Waves. They go to Rodney Santos, and he, I think, has been one of the keys. The transfer from BYU really gives him an outstanding presence at middle blocker. So Santos with his first kill of the night. 6-4, Waves by 2. UC Irvine looking to come back, and they do it with Taylor Wilson, the 6'7" senior out of Capo Valley High.
There you go, nice pass, got out to hit, beat the block, nice job.
And to serve will be Taylor Wilson, who just came up with that winner moments ago. A rally scoring here in men's volleyball action in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. It's the best volleyball in the country. Good attempt there by Brent Asuka, but can't keep it in play. Brent, one of the 6 seniors, playing his last home regular season match, and also the all-time dig leader in UCI men's volleyball history.
He is fun to watch. Keep your eye on him.
What do they call him, Azuka the Bazooka? I think is his nickname. And that's a winner there by Jordan Default. And, you know, the youngster, the 6'4" sophomore out of Lakewood, California, has really stepped things up this year for John, hasn't he?
Oh, he's just a fireball. Against USC, he was so into it, just getting his guys going. He yells, screams. He's fun to watch. And
Default at 3.19 kills per set. And that is second on the team to Carson Clark at 3.81. So 7-6 your score. The Waves by 1 early on. Boy, I'll tell you what, Carroll hits that ball, and he hits it with authority, and the Waves go up 8-6 here in the first set.
He's got a cannon for an arm, as we say.
Oh, my. As many as 37 kills on 2 occasions, including against UCI when these teams met in Malibu on February the 20th. But I'll tell you what, Carson Clark shows he can get the job done as well for UCI. Back within 1 at 8-7. Really, when it comes to hitting, it's really all about finding the gaps, isn't it, Paul?
You're either trying to go around, through, off, or hit around them.
Ryan Ammerman to serve. Have to get that one over. And here comes UCI. I like what we're seeing from Clark because Carson needs to be efficient if they're going to win. In their last match that they had against Pepperdine, he struggled a little bit, but he's playing well early on.
You know, this guy, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, he ran all the way off the court, ran over the side. He got hurt, and he came back, and he's still going. The guy is just amazing.
Beautiful dig by Ammerman, and nice dig to keep alive by the Waves. And here they come. Nice dig by Azuka.
Nice.
A beautiful job on the front line by Tyler James. Their 6'9" sophomore middle blocker out of Granite Bay, California, comes up big time. Well, there's a nice dig to keep it alive, but then on the front line, that was simply one-on-one, mano-a-mano, and the Waves win that battle. They go up 9-8. However, UCI able to tie it at 9. A little face action on that one.
A little help there. You like when that happens, when you get blocked straight down, it goes right back over off your shoulder.
Yeah, why not? Tied at 9, and right now John Speraw talking to his senior setter, Ryan Ammerman, out of Parker, Colorado. Well, there's Paul Carroll again, registering his 3rd kill of this first set, and the Waves continue to be up by 110-9 as we go back and forth, and I think what has the makings of a possible 5-set match.
This is a nice match to watch. You see him going back and forth. Set the middle, go outside, triple block, go to the right, kill.
And I'll tell you what, right now, Carson Clark already with 4 kills. He has been so sharp and looking real good hitting from that right side.
Yep, they're getting the ball all the way to the pin. The blocker's not getting out there. He has that straight down line shot, really nice.
And Kevin Wynn to serve. Off to Santos. Beautiful job by Wynn to keep alive. Good job by the block by McKee. And finding the gap is Carson Clark, already with 5 kills here in game 1. And the Anteaters take a 1-point lead, 11-10, as we look on the real-time sight and sound replay. Gets it right in between McKee and Santos.
He's doing a good job of moving the ball around.
Carroll fires, so my. So that one is ruled long and goes to UCI. That one was pretty close. I think that one just missed. 12-10, UC Irvine leads. Win to serve. Santos, beautiful dig by Ammerman, but they're ruling net violation against UC Irvine. Now making it a 12-11 game 1 as John Speraw looks on. And we get a shot there of our cameraman, Robert Cano, always capturing the sights and sounds here on the Game of the Week. Carroll to serve. Here come the Anteaters. Nice job from the back line, and that's what you want to see, don't you?
You know, the men run that really well, and we are working on that this spring with our girls. It's very, very successful. Fun to watch.
13-11, Anteaters by 2, and Carson Clark, who has been so sharp early on, here to serve, and that's a wicked serve there. Lucky to keep it alive. Azuka with a beautiful dig for the Anteaters. Going back and forth, grubs the libero there, and a nice job on the front line. And you like to see that good front line play by Austin Demore, but the Pepperdine Waves do get the point. Kind of found a little gap there. It's now 13-12 with McKee to serve. Oh, little miscommunication mistake. And Azuka ends up paying the price. We're all tied at 13. And difficult to get the point when you're not able to set up your offense.
Right. We talk about that at practice. Don't give the other team free balls. Don't give them a chance. Keep the ball on your side.
And there's a service error. Now, many things that Pepperdine does well, but one of the things they do not do well is serve. They're actually dead last in the conference.
That was funny. I was talking to Coach earlier. He said, you know, he goes, most coaches will tell you that they win the serve and pass. He goes, we won't be winning that.
He knows that, and he kind of said it matter of fact. And a service error by UCI returning the favor. And we're tied at 14 apiece here in the first set. Rodney Santos to serve, number 2, a 6'6" junior from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and a transfer from BYU. So miss hit there by Jordan Dufault, and the Waves take a 1-point lead at 15-14. Call it and tell us what you see.
Oh, it was just a nice move. He got out there, he pressed back into the court, he didn't try and reach, and he got the block. Nice block.
Yep, by Casey Kreider, the setter, at 6'5". These kids are getting bigger and bigger. Nice dig to keep alive by the Waves. Hit with authority by Corey Ricks, a 6'8" sophomore from Auburn, California. His first kill of the night. And we have a timeout on the court. Pepperdine 16, UCI 14. More first set action when we return.
Orange County Restaurant Association and Cox Media presents for the first time ever the Orange County Happy Hour Week, April 12th through the 18th. Experience a week of fabulous drinks and delicious appetizers from premier restaurants, pubs, and breweries countywide with discounted happy hour menus. Log on to happyhourweek.com and choose from a large selection of your favorite hotspots or discover something new. Happy hour all day, all week. You don't want to miss this. Orange County Happy Hour Week, April 12th to the 18th. Get happy.
Sometimes just an extra little kick. Power boost. An extra burst of speed is what separates winners from those other guys. Power boost. Not for human consumption. Power boost. It's not for you. It's for your internet. The power and speed to get more of what you're into. That's Cox High-Speed Internet.
Back at the Bren between the top two teams in America. 16-14, Pepperdine leads. Remember the 70s and those great Saturday morning shows like HR Puff and Stuff, Land of the Lost, and Sigmund and the Sea Monsters? Well, now you can see all your favorite crop shows on Cox 3. Tune in starting at 8 a.m. every Saturday morning to Channel 3 and relive your childhood Saturday morning. Hey, Paula Weishoff, I want you to wake up and smell the groovy. Well, 16-14 your score here in the first set. What early numbers jump out at you?
Oh, hitting numbers are high. I think there were just a few errors there. One pass over the net, just a few points here and there. The little things, not too much.
Yeah, very impressive. The Anteaters hitting 429 and the Waves hitting 526. Those are high numbers. If they continue, I'd be awfully surprised. Jordan Default comes up with a winner, and for Jordan, that'll be his second kill of the night, getting the Anteaters within one, 16-15. Kevin Wynn comes in to play on the front line, and the libero Brenazuka checks out. And to serve, it'll be the senior Taylor Wilson. One thing about the Anteaters, they've got 6 players in double digits in service aces, but that's not one of them. It's a service error, and the Waves go up by 2, 17-15. And the serve for Pepperdine will be Casey Kreider, the 6'5" sophomore. Brian Ammerman sets up his teammate, and that's a winner for Taylor Wilson. And when I asked Coach Sparrow, I said to him, I said, what player would you say was the biggest surprise for you that you were happy with their performance? He said, Brian Ammerman, 1,048 set assists, over 12 per game, 8th in the nation. He's done a good job running the offense this year.
You know, he's another one of those guys that I see in the gym working out extra on his own. He just wants it. Well, senior. He's a senior, too. So.
Take a look on the replay here. Great job by Default and Wynn off the block, tying things up at 17 here in the first set with Ryan Ammerman to serve. Nice jump serve there by Ryan. Beautiful dig to keep alive by Taylor Wilson. The front line to Default. That's a winner, and the Anteaters go up by 1, 18-17.
Up and over.
So for Default, that's his 3rd kill of the night. We've got a timeout. 18-17. UC Irvine leads it by 1. And, you know, for volleyball fans that maybe don't know, the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation, best conference in America, as we take a look on replay on the last winner coming up here. But 2 of the final 4 teams every single year come from this conference. The team that wins the conference tournament will get an automatic berth, and then one other team will get picked. Now, where things can get crazy is if UC Irvine or Pepperdine doesn't win the conference tournament, then one of these 2 teams are going to get left out. You want to make some predictions on who you think will win regular season and who wins conference?
Oh, that's a tough call. I think tonight, whoever wins tonight will probably end up winning conference. And then, you know, coming in second, I want to say they have to turn around and beat Long Beach State in that quarterfinal match. And it's not only about, you know, the conference matches. Now you got to go back and play these guys, and everything's on the line for you to go to the tournament. And it's the toughest conference in the nation, like you said.
And if you remember, when UCI opened up against conference play against Long Beach State, the 49ers swept the Anteaters. So you know, there's no easy match
There is
in this
no
conference.
easy match. That's absolutely true.
Some early numbers. Ryan Ammerman with 12 set assists. As far as kills, Carson Clark with 5 kills is hitting 400. Jordan Default with 4 kills. He's hitting 500. On the other end, Paul Carroll, he's got 4 kills, hitting 250 though with a couple of errors. And the Anteaters so far doing a pretty good job as a 1-point set number 1. And once again, that combination of Jordan Default and Kevin Wynn gives the Anteaters a 2-point lead at 19-17.
Well, the Anteaters did a nice job before that last timeout. They were hitting 333. They turned around and Pepperdine called a timeout and they're hitting 417. So attack right now is huge for the Anteaters.
And also for UCI, that's their 8th block assist of this first set. Good dig by Ammerman to keep alive. They just have to go over there. They get another good opportunity now. And from the back line, that one though goes way wide. And the Waves creep within 1 at 19-18.
He had it. He tried to rush a little bit. He just missed it.
Yeah, sometimes when you see those gaps, you might get a little too excited. And that thing flew, I think, landed in the first row. And the serve by Pepperdine. Here comes UCI. Oh boy, that's a winner by Jordan Default. He's got some major hops, that young man does. And UCI leading 20-18 here in the first set. And for Default, that is his 5th kill of set number 1. McKee coming up big for Pepperdine. And he's a guy that needs to come up big because normally he and Carroll are usually going to combine for anywhere from 60 to 70% of their kills. So he needs to come up big. Sean Peterson into the game for the first time, number 15 for the Waves. A 6'7" junior, serving specialist. Maybe looking to come up with an ace here in game 1 for Marv Dunphy. Good dig by Azuka to keep it alive. That one, though, is going to be long by Carson Clark. It was not touched. The point to the Waves, and we're all tied at 20. You definitely want to try and keep those errors down on the attack.
Yeah, a couple errors here right at the end of this match, and they got to keep that ball in, go after those hands.
That one, however, one of the many service errors that Marv Dunphy has talked about with his team. And back into the contest, Tyler James, along with their libero, Sean Grubbs. And you were telling me you spent a number of years living in Italy, and the meaning of libero is?
Free. Be free. That's what that means. So
I guess free to roam the court.
free to roam the court. There you go.
Yep,
They're free to come in and out, basically. They can come out when they need to and go in without having to be subbed into the match.
Let's take a look on replay. McKee comes up with a winner against Clark. That was mano a mano, and the victory there for the Waves, tied at 21. Off the block, Santos